and the playwright, and then presenting the world premiere and getting the credit with your cast and production team in the published script from Dramatic Publishing, all from the support with the support of the Jack K. Eyre and Frank Airley Theater Foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in the chat if anyone is curious to learn more. Applications are open through March 1st. Um, as always, visit act.org/webinars for all the exciting opportunities we have. There's always something going on, and we want to hear from you about what you need and what you're looking for. But now I'll pass things over to Allison to kick things off.
Oh, sorry. Hello, my name is Allison Bressi. I work for Lively McCabe Entertainment, where we develop new theater projects for licensing. And I'm here with John Prignano from MTI. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. John Pergnano from MTI. I'm the COO and Director of Education and Development, and I'm really excited to be here.
Great. So, yeah, we're coming to you to tell you just a little more about Lively McCabe and our projects that we have with MTI. We're very lucky in that we have a collection of musicals that are exclusively MTI musicals and licensed by MTI. So we're excited to tell you more about them. And I think one thing that we wanted to get across is that yes, we develop our projects in New York, but we also develop them all over the country. And we're not commercial producers, trying to make a show for Broadway. We are producers who are making shows to be licensed from, theaters, schools, everywhere, all over the country. So we're just really excited to be able to share these projects with you.
Can
So
I
go ahead, John.
add a little to that, Allison? One of the
Yeah.
conversations that I remember having with Michael Barra, who was the founder of Live in the Cave early on, was, they're creating shows that are accessible and doable by everyone, right? Keeping the subject matter safe, and keeping all the language safe and stuff like that, so that they are easier to produce and are able to be produced on any level in any situation. That's the goal. That's the beauty of Lively McCabe, is they're building them from scratch, so they can actually build all that into it.
Thank you. Yes, that is a lovely way to put it. So yeah, so this is our team. We've grown a bit in the past year, which has been exciting. But as John mentioned, Michael Barra is our founder and chairman and executive producer. And then we also have Christy Hess and Kobe Casal, who are our creative development coordinators, and then Jackie Sussman, who licenses all of the incredible songs for us that are in our jukebox musicals that I'm going to tell you all about. Great. So, the first musical that we are going to talk about today is called Always Something There. This is a new musical by Sandy Rustin, who you might remember from our play Clue and our musical Mystic Pizza. And she's also wrote The Cottage that was on Broadway last season and in licensing now. And yeah, so this is sort of like a Peggy Sue's Getting Married meets Back to the Future. And Sandy's kind of inspiration for writing it is, she grew up watching the John Hughes films and loving them. And she was in a musical some years ago that did not age well. And so she was thinking about those films and how, maybe they haven't aged well, but she really wanted to take what she loved from them and put them on stage. And so that's where this musical came from. So it's a musical that, feels like a John Hughes movie in the way that they speak and the subject matter, but has a bit of some twists that maybe wouldn't be in the 80s films. But we premiered this show at the Marriott Theater this past summer, and it will become officially available at MTI in July of 2026. But we are doing some licenses now with high schools, and we're actually working on a pilot program with New Albany High School, who is going to workshop the show in this next semester, and then they'll do a full production of it in the fall of 2026. So we're really excited about that. But if you want to hear more about this show or want more information, like we would love to share it with you. Anything to add on that one, John?
No, I think it's a really high energy show. It appeals to all audiences, but I do feel it's got a good it's right in a good spot for a younger audience, I think, younger actors. It's just fun. It's just that's my way to. If I had to pick one word to describe the show, I'd just say it's fun and exciting, and everyone loves a throwback to the '80s, right?
For sure. Yes, and lots of great 80s hits in this musical. We have some Pat Benatar, the Go-Go's. There's all sorts of fun music in this one. Great. And then moving on to the Santa Switch, which feels very relevant right now, given the season. This is our holiday musical, and this show will become available from MTI in March, this March of 26. So just in time to start planning your holiday slot for next year. But yeah, so it's about Santa, and he's decided that he's ready to retire. He's ready to pass the reins to a new Santa, and just all of the conflicts that go along with that. It's a mix of, kind of classic Christmas songs, Christmas and holiday songs that we all know and love, along with some more contemporary pop songs. So the score is just a real mix of hits that people know and will get people, into the season and excited about it.
Yeah, I think it's a fun, fresh take on a holiday show. I will say, when I first saw the show, it had a different title. Um, and I remember having a conversation with Allison and Michael that the show is just so fun and fresh that the title needed to kind of match that. And I think the Santa Switch is actually the perfect title for this because it is kind of um, it's fun. You can feel the energy in it, and that's the show. The show's really just there's a lot of energy to the show.
Absolutely. And this one is by Jeremy Desmond, who, in my opinion, does jukebox musicals so well. So it just it works, it flows, and you feel like you're like a kid on Christmas, but also at a concert. It's really fun. And if you've done all of the other holiday musicals, like maybe give this one a shot next year. We'd really love that.
And I know it's listed as, three male principals, three female principals, but it's a large cast. You can really expand the cast as much as you want, and I think there's something for everyone to do. The ensemble is very much involved in a lot of the songs and a lot of the storytelling. Um, there's the elves all have characters and lines and stuff, so I do think so don't think it's just it don't think it's as a small musical. It's a fairly large holiday musical.
Definitely. Yeah, and we just got a question about, so I'll pause on our shows. We just got a question about where Lively McCabe's name came from. And actually, our founder, Michael Barra, it's named after both him and his wife Katie's, their mothers and their daughters. The Lively and McCabe are their mothers' maiden names, and also the middle names of their two daughters. So it's very personal. And so it's Annabelle Lively is one daughter, and Amelia McCabe is the other daughter. So the company is called Lively McCabe, in honor of all those incredible women. Um,
There is a second question too. Did you see that,
oh,
Allison?
yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we have another question. What process does your company go through to get permission to feature these pop songs? Oh boy, I'm gonna need a whole other seminar for that, but I'll give you the short version. We have a wonderful consultant. Her name is Jackie Sussman. The way that we do it is we hire the book writer and the arranger orchestrator, who's the person who adapts our these songs for theater basically. And so they start to work on their first draft and they give us a list of the songs that they feel like would be really great in the show. And so we hand those over to Jackie, and Jackie figures out which song is with what publisher. And a lot of songs are with multiple publishers and have, several writers on them. And then she gets into the process of going to each uh, each author and publisher for each song to get permission to use it in the show. Some writers they write the show and they say, this song will go here, and then they have other ideas of what they'll use in that section if they don't get the song. Other writers are like, I can't write this show until I know what songs I have. So they'll give us like a long list that includes some backups, and then Jackie will go and see what she can clear, and then we'll come back and give them what we were able to get, and then they'll start writing. So usually we try to have as many as possible cleared before the writing starts. However, some of them, there's always like a couple that are just taking a while. And so we'll go into readings and we'll still be trying to get them cleared. But yeah, it's really an ongoing process throughout. And then, after we have our first draft, when we have the songs cleared and we know what the score is, then we do like a workshop of the show and we see how the music is working with the book. And a lot of times coming out of that, we'll learn like, oh, that song actually doesn't work there, or maybe we should move this song here, or actually we need like a different song here. And so then we kind of go to round two of the process, which is figuring out more songs that need to be cleared for these moments. And when Jackie submits our proposals for the song, she also has to submit a scene description. So we have to tell each publisher exactly how the song will be used in the show. And so that's another thing that we really try to look out for as we're making these shows, is to make sure that like the way the song is being used is in a serious and intentional way, and never, in a way that makes fun of a song. Because we really want the publishers and the artists to feel really excited about their songs being in our shows. So it's a process that really, like, throughout the development, is constantly kind of at the forefront, is putting the score together and making sure it's a score that works, and that we are in communication constantly with all of the publishers and their artists about what's changing and how the song is being used, if that makes sense. Great. Okay, so moving on to Can't Hardly Wait. This is our newest show. We just completed our first reading of it last month, actually. And this is based on the 1998 movie that Deb Kaplan and Harry Elfont wrote and directed. You might also know them from the movie Josie and the Pussycats. But yeah, so sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. So this story takes place at a high school and it's the last day of high school. There's a party that night, so it's all these kids are having their like last chance to do all the things that they wanted to do in the past 4 years that they didn't get to do, and they have one more party to do it. So it takes place just over the one night, and it sort of just goes through the course of the party, and kind of the relationships that are developing and starting and ending, and just all sorts of fun high school drama in this one. And a score there's some songs from the movie, and then the rest of the score are songs from the late 90s, early 2000s. Great. And then Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So that is also based on the film. This is a movie from 1985, written by Amy Spees. She was also one of the writers on Beverly Hills 90210. This movie, it's a big dance film starring Sarah Jessica Parker, Helen Hunt, Shannon Doherty, many stars in this movie, kind of doing their very young. And yeah, it's about Janie Glenn, she just moved to a new town, and she has a dad who is, he was in the army. He's very strict. And she moves around a lot. And so she's now in this new town, new school, Catholic school, and she's trying to meet new people, but all she really wants to do is dance. She loves dancing. She's so passionate about it. And she makes a friend, Lynn, who also loves dance, and Lynn sort of helps her, come into her own. And they're doing this contest with it's called DTV, and it's a TV show that's on, and local dancers can go and try out for it and dance in it. So, but Janie's not allowed to do it because her dad is very strict, and so she and Lynn sneak over there and audition, and Janie gets chosen, and it's about what happens. After she gets chosen and she meets Jeff, who becomes her dance partner and love interest. And it's just a really, for lack of a better word, fun, beautiful musical that's at its core about friendship and about, two girls sort of coming into their own at a time when it's kind of hard to do that. And yes, so we have a special gift just for you all. We are for the Santa Switch, we're offering an exclusive offer for everybody who's on this Zoom with us. If you sign up now to license the show when it comes out for your holiday, here we go. Thank you. For your holiday slot next year, we will give you every third performance free and 50% off of the rental fee. And so if you are interested, please reach out to Kobe, whose email is listed here, and we'll make sure that you receive it. And you will be one of the first companies to do the Santa Switch. Great. Happy to answer any other questions. Or John, if there's anything that you want to add or fix that I said inarticulately, please do.
No, I think it's all exciting. It's been for me, it's been an exciting opportunity and journey to be working with Lively McCabe and, creating these shows that are literally just for this market. So, yeah. Do we have any questions? Is there any thoughts? Are all of the shows jukebox musicals? If so, do you foresee adding original score musicals in the future?
Interesting question. I cannot say for sure, but I would say there is a big possibility that in the future there will be a show with a score that is original music. But stay tuned. For right now, we're all about the jukeboxes.
Any other questions? Any other thoughts? No, Allison, do you have any thoughts? Are there anything that you're working on that you can maybe chat about that hasn't made it to the list yet?
Yeah, yeah, we are in the process of figuring out what our next slate of shows is going to be. And so I can't, so there's some titles in the mix that we don't have the rights to yet that we're trying to get the rights to. So I'm hope at the next time that we see you all or meet, I'm sure we'll have many more to tell you about. I can tell you though, about our musical Stuck in the 90s, that is also on this slate. And this is an original musical that is about being stuck in the 90s. and it's all 90s hits, and it's about this couple who they get. Sorry, it's been changing a lot, and I'm trying to remember the right way to talk about it. But they end up going back in time to when they met in high school, and they get trapped there, and it's all about them sort of finding their way back to the present and also back to each other. Um, so we're excited about that one, and to have more to share with you about that one soon.
We love the 90s. I mean, that'll be exciting. So there's
Yeah, we're excited.
the question is, can you clarify the relationship between Lively McCabe and MTI? MTI is the official licensing company for the Lively McCabe catalog. That's pretty much it. Yeah. We're not a partner. I mean, we call ourselves partners because we like to work closely together, but we are the licensing arm for all of these titles. Again, because we felt there is an absolute need for, these shows that are fun and safe and easy to do. Um, so we just felt that there was a need for them, and then working with Lively McCabe and their team, it they're great to work with. They're just they're fun. They're a pleasure to work with. They listen. They have conversations. They're open to many different things. So it's been a great journey so far.
Yeah, and we love working with MTI. It's been really wonderful for us too, and I think it's really helpful in, when you're in the development process, you're very close to the work that's being developed because you are talking with the writers constantly. You're there every day for rehearsal, and so sometimes, it's hard to zoom out and see certain things, and so being able to go through that process and then share the draft that comes out of that with John and have John say like, oh, but what about this thing? Or, there's always something that he will see that like we haven't. And also, having the guidance on like, because we really try to stay true to our mission, which is to make shows that can be done by anyone and everyone. And that means that, there's certain content that we have to be careful with. There's certain ways that certain things that just can't be included. And so it's great to have them there to take the temperature of what we're delivering so that we can continue to stay on that path.
Yeah, it's fun. I like developing new stuff. It's always fun. Um, yeah.
And thank you, Jen, for your note on the Santa Switch. I'm so glad you enjoyed what you saw.
What is the band orchestra size for the Santa Switch?
I believe it is 6 pieces.
Yeah. And there will be tracks for Santa Switch, right?
Yes, we have tracks for Santa
Well,
Switch.
I can answer my own question because yes, there will be tracks for Santa Switch.
Mhm. There's also a reference recording as well.
Yeah. Anything else?
Great.
Anything from the team at AACT that you want to highlight? When will Peruzos be available? That's a good question. Santa Switch will be available sooner. They'll be probably available, like I said, in March. And then Always Something There will be later, early summer. We'll have perusals available. And we'll do our usual, once we announce it, we'll have a free read available for everyone to be able to read the show. That's kind of standard when we release shows. But yeah, we should have all that ready to go by March for Santa Switch so that you have enough time to plan for the holiday season.
And hopefully, John, this isn't violating anything, but if you would like to read either the Santa Switch or Always Something There sooner, you can feel free to reach out to us directly at Life in McCabe. I'll put my email in the chat, and I'd be happy to send you a PDF to take a look at.
Yeah, that's great. Cool. Um, yeah, so I can't just I can I'm just excited to be able to be working on this project with them. And for, we've heard so many people say, we need shows that we can do. We need smaller shows that we can do. So this is hopefully filling that gap.
Oh, that's another great point. If you do read a show or look at our list and you need it to be smaller than it is, please ask the question. We really try to be flexible and make it so our shows can be done by all. It is by design, our shows are expandable. So you can do it with a small cast or you can expand to a larger cast. We really try to make it as flexible as possible. But if there's something we haven't thought of, please tell us. We always want to hear it.
Well, I think that's a good point too, Allison, is, as you read through these, if there are questions you have or even concerns, please reach out because, we're in a position to work directly with Allison and her team to talk about possible changes or modifications of these shows. They're going to be digital shows, so we can get those things done fairly quickly.
Absolutely.
The question is, will the 50% discount apply for productions of Santa Switch for 2027? Or is it just 2026?
I'm okay with that if you are, John.
I'm going to say if you book it before if you book it now, if you let us know you want to do it now, we'll honor 26 or 27. Sure,
Great.
why not? Um, yeah, I think well, Allison, I think you covered most of it.
Great. Well, thank you so much, everybody. It's so nice to be able to tell you all about our shows and us. And I hope that you'll reach out to us and, just let us know if there's, a movie you want to see a musical about, or if there's a catalog of music you're excited about. Like we're always open to ideas and looking to connect with you all. So please, and have a really happy holiday. And please do the Santa Switch.
Thank you so much, Allison and John. And thank you, everyone who showed up and attending, and everyone who's watching this later. We appreciate you learning more and joining us today. And we just appreciate more holiday musicals that aren't the same ones that are being done all over. It's good to have new options to bring in the holiday spirit. So thank you for that, and thank you for sharing, and of course for the generous discount. So friends, take advantage of that while you can. As John said, tell them now that you're going to do it in 2027. That's exciting.
Yeah,
Thank you all for joining. Thank you to Lively McCabe and MTI, and we will see you all at the next ACT event soon.
and thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks, John.
Bye, Allison.
Bye. Bye.